Hey, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's going on?
I am just seeing if these um, headphones work. Oh, that's not the right thing.
Okay.
But I don't know. Can you hear me okay on that?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not
Let's
as
see
much
here.
worried
We're
about these.
still struggling here on Facebook for whatever reason. Let's see.
Hold on. I'm going to try something different.
Yeah, ditto while we're.
That I don't need. That. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Oh, we are on. Oh, there you go. It showed that it wasn't connected, but we're connected. Hey, everybody on Facebook. Billy Bob here with my brother, Foxy Bob, and I actually have, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of ambushed him today. Got him on. You
Ambush.
don't. Yeah, well, got you on. You didn't know what we were going to talk about.
That's true. No doubt
So,
about that.
and it's a nice window you got there.
Yeah, window behind me?
Yeah, well, I mean, we saw the window. We didn't see you.
Oh, okay.
You know, you are on camera.
Yeah, hold on. Get a little opening there. Yeah.
For the whole world to see.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, so we can do it this way. We got the little Browns thing in the background. We can do it that way. We can do, yeah, or we just see what do we do this way. How about if we go this way? All right, all right. Hey, everybody, this is Monday Morning Quarterback, Tuesday edition, aka NFL edition. So the last couple of weeks we called this errors and omissions, and I'm getting better. See, I told you the first couple of weeks it was like I didn't have a preseason, so I had to get my errors and omissions worked out. I think I did pretty good this week. I only show one thing I wanted to talk about yesterday, and I didn't. And it was in the Notre Dame A&M game. And I don't know if you saw this, Foxy, but on the last play of the game, I saw the highlight of it, but I wasn't paying attention. But there was an egregious holding call.
Oh, yeah.
Right up the middle that the A&M offensive lineman tackled the Notre Dame guy. In matter of fact, he had a hold of him by the leg, and it was right at the point of attack. I mean, the guy is right at the quarterback, and they didn't call that. Now, I heard some people say, look, no referee wants the last play of the game, to be the referee making a call. Other people say the thing was so egregious you got to call it. What say you?
Hey, obviously somebody missed it because I mean, if they would have seen it, I think they maybe would have called it. He pulled the guy down,
Right.
But Hey, you know how it always is. If it comes down to one play, I mean, you can't really say, "Hey, we could have won with that or not." They should have never been in that position. But
Right.
um,
Okay.
yeah,
That's fair.
we've seen that happen. One play. I mean, I go back Ohio State, Clemson. Was it an incomplete pass or an interception? We know what the story was. Wasn't called the right way, but I mean, it was definitely a hold. It was definitely a
Right.
hold.
Now, what about there was one other controversial call that I didn't even know about till today, and that was there was a targeting call in the game. Notre Dame DB got ejected. Now, I don't know if you saw that. I watched that because I was like, okay, they're like, this is another phantom targeting call. But what I got out of it was when you go to, I agree, it probably shouldn't have been called because the Notre Dame guy hit the A&M guy on the shoulder pad.
Yeah,
It was actually a running back. However, by the letter of the law, where the Notre Dame guy made an error in judgment, and why I would guess they called this is he didn't tackle with his face mask. He put his helmet down, and he had the crown of his helmet. Now, it is shoulder pad, but it also talks about the crown of the helmet. So,
yeah, and it's the head. My perception is it's the head and neck area. There's no real great definition. They left it wide open, in my opinion, on purpose. But you're right. Crown of the helmet, head and neck area. I mean, that one you could go either way. You just don't want to put yourself in that position to get called for that.
right. And conversely, like in the Ohio State game, Jalen McLean had his face up, his head up, and face mask into the shoulder pad of the guy. So that's why they looked at that call and they held up that it was not targeting. So,
Yeah.
hey, we got Mike Franklin, Big Mike, Kimberly from the Keys. Let's see, we got Paul Eisenberg, PI from out there in Colorado.
Oh, I owe Paul.
Rocky Top.
Eisen.
That's Rocky Tops, Tennessee, but we got the Rockies and the Tops out there in Colorado. And then my El Jefe, Jakey, the Jakester, is said he's watching, but he's at work. So, Jake, get back to work.
I owe Paul Eisenberg a phone call. Thank you, Paul, for the call. So I owe you that. I'll reach out to you, and just for that, I put on my Colorado Rockies hat.
Oh, there we go. That's the Colorado. Is that what they call that? Is that their city uniform hat or what?
Probably so. Sid brought it for me when she came to Harbor Springs, and she brought me a couple hats, and this is one
All
of them.
right. Is she doing some business with the Rockies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Denver is her city, so she does with the Rockies and with the Nuggets and with the Avs.
So my niece and goddaughter and Foxy's youngest daughter, Sid the Squid, as I call her, works for. Can I say this? Can I say what she does?
Sure.
She works for Southwest Airlines, and she's in sports marketing. Is that the correct?
She's in the marketing department, and she is part of the team that works on sports sponsorships. Yeah.
So some boo SEC, right?
And she was at the Ravens game on Sunday.
You've got to put stinking in front of the Ravens. Okay. Yeah. I know there's probably a Raven fan on here, and that's okay. And we know we got our ass kicked, and we'll talk about that. Maybe we won't. Maybe we don't need to. But so two of our least favorite, the SEC, the stinking Ravens, but obviously she did some work with the Rockies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And anybody else?
Padres. Yeah. We remember we went to the Padres game in April, and so she's actually, they're just getting ready to redo some things. I think she's going to get more focus in on Denver and maybe the SEC, and she'll probably lose the Ravens, which is a good thing.
And she's in the Big D, and I do mean Dallas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, we hope to see her. We did see her one time with Marty Smith, right, from ESPN.
Oh yeah.
Are she and Marty buddies now?
Hangs out with Marty, and then she was with the crew from the SEC. With Laura Rutledge and whatchamacallit, quarterback from Florida,
Tebow,
yeah,
Timmy Tebow,
yeah.
So Marty Smith, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I'm sure you got a little perspective from her, but Marty Smith. The way everybody talks about Marty is he is genuinely one of the nicest guys there is in
oh yeah, she said he's great, fantastic,
and genuine, down to earth. Good old country boy. Was a NASCAR for a while before he went footballing.
Yeah.
So let's see, where are we going next? Injuries. Geez, oh man, there's a lot of injuries in week 2. One from week 1, we got Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, got hurt. I didn't realize he got hurt in week 1, but he's got a turf toe injury, just like, Joey Burrow, and they're both going to be out about 3 months. So that puts it right around mid-December.
Wow.
And that puts a lot of burden on for the Bengals. Jake Browning. Now they signed two new quarterbacks today. The Jet guy, formerly the Jets, Mike White. And then I didn't get a chance to check this out, but the other guy they signed and put on the practice squad is Sean Clifford from the Packers. And I was wondering, is that the Sean Clifford from Penn State? That would be my guess.
I don't know.
The redhead, Sean Clifford?
Probably so, but I don't know.
Purdy's going to be replaced by the guy that some say Bill Belichick ruined in Patriotville, and that's Mac Jones out of the University of Alabama, as Keith Jackson would say. But so the good news for the Bengals is a year ago, they probably would have lost both these games that they played, the first 2 games. And at least this year they're 2-0, but they lost some linemen. They lose Burrow. Their defense didn't look as good in week 2 as it did in week 1 against, of course, the Browns. That's another story. Although I thought overall they played decent enough to win first game of the year. Vikings, J.J. McCarthy out, got a high ankle sprain. He's out 2 to 4 weeks. So the Buccaneers are going to play the Vikings this week. Aaron Jones, the running back's out. He's got a hammy. Carson Wentz is going to start for
all kinds of injuries.
Yeah. Oh, and we're not done. Justin Fields, concussion protocol. Tyrod Taylor's probably going to start for him.
Wow.
And then we got 2 more. Jaden Daniels. And these are just quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, except for Aaron Jones. Jaden Daniels, Commanders, knee sprain. Marcus Mariota is going to start in his place. And then lastly, the one I saw most recently, like I said, I'm sure there's a lot more. I know some Bengals guys got hurt, Bucks, Brownie. Khalil Mack got an elbow injury. They were going to do tests on that today. So, those are some big name guys. So, week 2, and we're already seeing major injuries.
Oh yeah,
that affect you. Burrow. That's probably last year was probably the only year in the last 3 or 4 that he's gotten out of there without an injury. So
yeah.
A significant injury, I should say, too. I called that when we were at Pops, and I saw him get hurt, and they didn't go to the knee; they went to the lower, and I'm like, okay, it's either an ankle or I go. And then when he started, I don't know, it was the walking or whatever, I go, maybe it's a turf toe, which I told Mrs. Billy Bob, I said, my opinion, today with the tightrope surgery, I think a high ankle sprain would have been better off. He gets the tightrope done, and he's back in 2-3 weeks versus 3 months. Significant. Hey, before we talked about a couple of the games, a few other things. OSU receivers, not as good a week 2 as week 1, but still, here's what you got: JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 catches, 103 yards, no TDs. Terry McLaurin, 5 for 48. Olave, 6 for 54. Garrett, 4 for 50 yards. And I don't know what's going on with MJH. Last week he had a really good week. This week, two catches, 27 yards. And I know the yardage is okay. I mean, that's 13 and a half yards. And then Emeka, 4 catches, 29 yards, 1 TD. It was a nice TD catch. There was another one late in the game. I did watch the fourth quarter of the Bucks, and it was the ball was a little high. I mean, if he would have made the catch, he's in full sprint, way up, and just off his fingertips. And they kind of intimated that he should have caught it. I think if he would have caught it, it would have been an outstanding catch. Might have been another touchdown, but he didn't. So I think they're still happy with him. They got quite a few receivers, and they don't even have Godwin. But hey,
ask Baker Mayfield. I saw the quote from Baker Mayfield. I think they're pretty happy with Emeka.
Yeah, after last night or a couple weeks ago.
I mean, I'm not saying just after.
Oh no! Well, last week he had 2 touchdown catches. One was the game winner.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But speaking of Baker, 6 seconds ago in the game, Baker pulls it out. I didn't watch that game. Started earlier than I thought because at like 8 o'clock or 8:30 or something, I'm getting an alert. It's the second half already, and I'm like, what? When did they start a Monday game that early? And then somebody goes, well, they started that early because there's a late game. Well, I don't. Who cares about the late game?
I didn't watch either one of them myself, actually.
Hey, by the way, and my buddy Dave Seaman, Dave Seaman. Dave says I can't stay focused. I switch back and forth. So I'm off topic and back on, and so I'm going to be off for a minute. You got Michigan State friends, right?
Oh yeah, talk about late games, man. They got screwed.
What do they think about that? What do they think? 11 o'clock? 11 o'clock.
Everybody's pissed. It's unbelievable. I mean,
the game's going to end at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. I mean,
you tell me that they can't start a game at 4:30 in the afternoon or something.
Unfortunately, the TV contracts are starting to ruin some of this. Game time, start times.
Well, thank God there were some other things going on, one of which was the Buckeyes playing the West Coast, and Fox couldn't do a big noon. So CBS finally, I think only the second time since they've had the Big Ten contract, only the second time they picked up the Buckeyes, and it's a 3:30 game. So that's good. All right. Back to the NFL.
But Dave is right. Dave is right. You do bounce around.
Well, hey, I listen to these other guys. They bounce around. 1 minute they're talking football, the next minute they're talking motorhomes, or who's having bananas for breakfast. So
there you go.
By the way, not me. Okay, banana bread maybe, but not bananas. So you see Chubb. Chubb had a touchdown last night. It was a touchdown before. That was a touchdown to put the Texans ahead. Nick Chubb, 25-yard run. Nice looking run. So Chubb's trying to make it, working his way back. CJ, 13 out of 24, 207 yards, 1 touchdown. When I was watching, I'm like, what I've seen in last year and part of this year, CJ Stroud is definitely erratic. When he was at Ohio State, that freaking guy was like a sharpshooter. He was accurate as could be. And then after a few series, I'm like, no wonder he's freaking inaccurate. He doesn't even have time to throw. He's either got somebody in his face or he's halfway on his back.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is terrible.
Yeah, he had a little more time when he was playing for the Buckeyes.
Jeez, oh man. Let's see what we got here.
And you just had to get it close to any of those receivers. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. So did you watch the stinking Ravens kick the Browns' ass?
No, because the only thing we're on were the Lions, and watch the Lions kick the
Oh,
Bears' ass.
oh, what the Lions? Did people think that they were dead? Or not dead, but were they questioning the Lions after week 1 in some of the preseason or what?
Well, hey, it was a little bit like the Buckeyes, right? They lost both coordinators, 2 new coordinators coming in. They didn't look super sharp, and so everybody's questioning, okay, what's going to happen? And I think that was put to bed after they beat the crap out of Chicago.
And they did beat the crap out of them. I was sitting at Pops. I was sitting right next to Brian Kidley, and he's a big Bears fan, and even he was about ready to stop watching. But I made him gut it out.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
so? One of the coordinators that Dan Campbell lost was Ben Johnson, right? The Chicago Bears coach.
Yeah.
So I know they always like to play that up as a big thing. Bengals, like I said, they gutted it out. They the Jaguars, it was the home opener. So as the go home happy, Browning got him in the end zone there at the end. And although it looked like Trevor Lawrence had a decent game, I didn't look at his stats, but was monitoring that game because it was right next to the Brownies. Actually, it was down a couple TVs. It's hard to focus. Stay focused. The Patriots, Mike Vrabel gets his first win, but a win is satisfying, but it's over the hapless Dolphins who just suck.
Oh, for sure.
And amazing, the Dolphins actually scored 27 points in that game. Niners with Mac Jones. I mean, the Saints. The Saints are 1-1, I think, though, aren't they? Are they 1-1? Did they win their home opener? I think, or their season opener? I think.
I don't know. I missed.
So,
did not see.
The Bills put a crushing on the Jets, which I was disappointed in the Jets, but I guess Fields got hurt. Fields had almost no stats in that game, and I don't even know who their backup quarterback is. Did I put that down there? Oh, wait, I do. Let's see. Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Who used to play for the Buffalo Bills, by the way. So, Seahawks over the Steelers. Steelers get their first loss. Seahawks, that was pretty decisive, at least scoreboard-wise, 31-17.
Well, how did Aaron Rodgers play? I didn't see that. So,
Aaron Rodgers. Let's go to the tape. Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he played very well, if I remember. He had a game last week that was the best game he's had in 2 years, right?
Right.
With what do you have? 5 touchdown passes a week ago? I think it was what it was. Let's see here. While we're scooting along, box score. When Sam Darnold outplays you, you're in trouble. Darnold was 22 out of 33, 295, 2 TDs, and of course, it's Sam Darnold, so he had 2 picks.
There you
turnover machine, Sam Darnold. It'd be surprising if he didn't fumble the ball too, but he didn't. Let's see, Aaron Rodgers, 18 out of 33, so he's better than 50%. 60 QBR rating though of 30. 18-33, 203 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. So, not great. Who had a pretty decent game in spite of what he's been doing lately is Russell Wilson.
Really?
They were actually beaten. They were beating the Cowboys. That game went to overtime, and the Cowboys win it 40-37 in overtime. So, yeah, let's see. Did you play golf today?
I did.
Yeah,
Hit
how'd
it
that
too
go?
hit it too many times. Today was not one of my better rounds this summer, but I got another round tomorrow, so I think I'll be all right.
Same course?
No. Actually, playing a new course tomorrow. A neighbor, a couple doors down, is a member at True North, which is a club up here north of Harbor Springs.
Okay.
So, don't get on that one because that one's private. So it'll be a fun to get out there and try it.
True North now down south of Cincinnati. There's a ski resort called Perfect North. So
Perfect North, True North,
yeah.
close.
All right, here we go. Russell Wilson, 30 of 41, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. For the way Russell Wilson's been playing, that's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Dak, I mean, he had a big day too, but he threw the ball a lot. 38 out of 52, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. So they both had decent, not great, but the way stuff's been going, decent QB ratings, 75 and 70. I didn't see anything about the Rams and the Titans. The Titans, I think, are 0-2, though.
Yeah, I think they are too.
Yeah. Cardinals played the hapless Panthers, but the Panthers scored 22 points. I think I looked at that. I didn't see where I try and keep an eye on what I don't want them to fail. Bryce Young. But when you start looking at first-round picks, you always like to see what they're doing, right? See here, Panthers cards. Kyler Murray running around like a bat out of hell. Bryce Young, he was actually, this is what stuck out to me. He threw the ball 55 times.
Whoa.
35 out of 55, 328, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Conversely, Kyler Murray, 17 out of 25 for 220 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick. So not great, but they won the game. That's the bottom line, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Colts, big start. They're 2-0. And then I saw somebody's like somewhere it said, well, the Eagles can't hang with the Chiefs can't hang with the Eagles. They're still not strong enough. The game was 20-17. I didn't see the stat line on it, but maybe you did. But 2017 doesn't sound like somebody overpowered somebody.
No, I just saw Travis miss that catch, and then it was picked off, and there was a lot of conversation about it. But end of the day, it bounced out of his hands. He probably should have had it. They would have won the game. Going back to that Colts game, man, that they were very fortunate on that penalty. I don't get that leverage penalty. Again,
I didn't see it.
I don't. NFL is not. I watch more Saturday than Sunday.
What's the leverage? What did they mean by what was it a leverage penalty?
Well, the the Colts were lined up for about a 60-yard field goal.
Yep.
With basically no time left on the clock. Missed it. Game over. Flag on the play. And, around the center, a couple of the defensive linemen, there's this penalty leverage. You can't jump up. You can't.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jump on somebody to try to block the kick.
Oh, so that's what they call.
They called personal foul leverage, moved it up 15 yards, kicks the field goal, and the Colts win. So
who was quarterbacking for the Colts? Daniel Jones.
I didn't see the game. I just saw that end.
Who's Daniel Jones? Wow. Daniel Jones is playing for somebody.
Here, I'll tell you.
And actually doing pretty good. Maybe it is the Colts. He's 2-0. Anthony Richardson got hurt in the preseason or something.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. So.
Rocking the HQ.
There was a couple of those endings, just like, on Saturday, Georgia, Tennessee. I mean, did Tennessee give that game away?
kind of, Joey Aguilar. Joey Aguilar had a great start to the game, and then, as Mike Tyson would say, he faded into Bolivian. And then at the end, he threw like 2 strikes for touchdowns, to get him. And so, yeah, that game's crazy. The Clemson game, kid kicks a 54-yard or 56-yard field goal to win the game for Georgia Tech.
Oh, yeah.
That
was
Bobby
great.
Dodd Stadium.
That was
Hey,
great.
what do you think of this? Now, Brian, who I was with on Sunday watching football, he said that for college, and maybe even the pros, but college, they need to move the goalposts in a little bit. Like, and I don't know if I didn't ask him, like a foot, because here these guys are consistently drilling 50-yard kicks, but I don't know. Just a question. I was like, I don't really care,
Yeah.
But now that kick, the Georgia Tech kick, was just like a drive, like a golf drive. He drew that ball right back in. That ball was fading to the right, and then it drew right back into between the posts. So
yeah.
But hey, I don't have any more NFL stuff. What do you have? Is there anything else that you saw that I didn't see? I know you're more of a Saturday guy.
Yeah. No. I was just going to mention that Denver Colts ending, because I'm not sure you saw that. You brushed past that rather quickly. I just wanted to bring.
I didn't. And it wasn't really. Was that that was a 4:05 game, wasn't it? I believe
probably. Yeah, it was in the afternoon.
Yeah. because I was monitoring some with my eyes open, some with my eyes closed. I was monitoring that Eagles-Chiefs game.
Okay, I got you.
The heat, the sun, the fresh air, it all gets to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see here. What did Bo Nix have a good day? Let's see.
No.
Bo Nix, 22 out of 30, 206 yards, 3 TDs, and a pick. Okay. All right. Denver. What is Denver? Denver's 1-1. Colts are 2-0. Oh, who was I talking about earlier? The Saints? No, who was I thinking was 1-1?
Yeah, you were curious about the Saints.
Let's see if I can find it. Saints are 0-2. Spencer Rattler is their quarterback. From Oklahoma, or from University of South Carolina by way of Oklahoma.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what I thought.
So, and his alma mater is going to have a tough time this weekend if they don't have their starting quarterback. So, but that's more for the later in the week.
There you go.
Oh, yay! It's National Guac Day.
Really?
And
did not know that.
Yeah. So I told Mrs. Billy Bob, I go, I'm pushing in all my chips.
And what does that mean?
Well, pushing in your chips.
Guacamole
day. What do you do with guacamole?
Well, I mean, you're going to put it on tacos, you're going to put it on burritos, or you're going to use it.
You're going to put it on chips.
Yeah.
Chips and dip.
Okay. Is that your deal tonight? Your dinner, chips and dip?
Pizza. Leftover pizza.
Ah, okay.
From Saturday.
Okay.
Well, last night was beef. Tomorrow night will probably be beef or chicken. But beef. Once in a while, you got to slide in a little pizza, thin crust.
There you go. So. Hey, you can have any kind of crust you want.
Thin, what are you having for dinner?
Detroit. What am I having for dinner?
Jets Pizza.
No, we're not having Jets. We're probably
That's out
actually
of
gonna,
That's Detroit, isn't it? Jets.
it is. And Jets makes a really good Detroit style pizza.
Okay.
That
So
and
what's the
Buddies.
Buddies? What's the
is
difference? Go ahead.
no, Buddies is the original Detroit style pizza, but Jets makes a pretty good one.
So what's the difference between Detroit style and Chicago style?
Chicago is almost like, I'd say, a pie, right?
Yep.
Detroit
gonna answer-
style is thicker crust, it's square, and it's
Yeah.
not near as, I mean, that
Messy.
Chicago style is crazy to me. It's just so thick and takes hours to cook. I mean, Detroit style, thicker pizza, square, good stuff. Normally, you'll have different ways with the cheese and the sauce on it, but it's good stuff.
You can have your own way.
Yeah, sorry, got a little muscle ache from golf today.
Get some Blue Emu. Johnny, pay attention to Johnny Bench.
Yeah. Well, up here we have a little bit of that CBD THC rub.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because recreationally you can do that.
Yeah, and it works.
Okay. Yeah. Rub it, chew it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I almost was going to answer my own question on the pizza thing because, yeah, it's more of a stuffed crust versus a stuffed pizza like a pie, where the Detroit's like this really thick, doughy crust.
Yeah.
So if you like a lot of dough, then go with Detroit pizza.
Yeah.
And yes, it is square, but big squares, not little squares, not like Donato's Marco's squares. Those are big squares, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big squares for sure.
Okay.
Well, up here, big games tonight. You got the Tribe taking on the Tigers. Tribe sitting outside of the wild card.
How far out? Because I kind of lost when the Tribe was in a swoon, and they were like 2-8 or 2-10. I looked, and they were about 5.5 out of the wild card, and 10 out of first in the division. But all of a sudden, I see that today they're 78 and 71. They're back to 6 games over 500.
They're 6.5 out behind the Tigers, and they're 3 games outside of the wild card right now, which I think they got a better shot of trying to take Detroit than
are they behind the Yankees and the Red Sox, right?
Yeah. But they play tonight. They've got 6 games between now and the end of the month with the Tigers. So over probably the past 10 years, I would say, we've got the Tigers number, but the Tigers are pretty good right now. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. 7:05 game.
Yeah. Tribe's behind Yankees, Red Sox, and the Astros. So that's a tough one.
Astros. Well, the Astros aren't winning their division.
No. Right now they're I think a half game back
of who's in the
Mariners.
Mariners. Yeah. For a while there, Kansas City was ahead of the Tribe.
Yeah.
In the wild card.
They faded. They faded a bit. So yeah, you got that coming up, and obviously Sparty frustration with that 11 o'clock start we already talked about, and then so
that should never happen.
Yeah.
Either way, it shouldn't happen both ways. You shouldn't have a noon game on the East Coast where a West Coast team has to play at 9 a.m, and you shouldn't have a West Coast game where the West Coast team has to play at 11 o'clock Eastern time. It's just foolish.
But you got a couple interesting games coming up this weekend. Again, on the Saturday, Bowling Green Falcons, Eddie George, he's 2-1 to start. Going to Louisville. That's going to be a tough one.
Louisville.
Then you've got speaking of Sid and Dallas, starting to pay attention to SMU.
Smooth.
SMU had 1 loss, but they got TCU this weekend. They lost to Baylor. Baylor played a good game in that game.
Right. Well, she was at that game.
Yeah, she was. And they got TCU this weekend though, so we'll see how
Yeah.
SMU comes out.
Well, we'll be talking about that more Friday or Saturday too.
Yeah, I know you will,
So,
but I might
Huh?
I might not be on because Sissy Bob is going to be here in Harbor Springs.
Oh yeah, golfing with her flannel shirt.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
So
do I have to dress up or can I wear flannel? You're in frickin' Harbor. You're in the mountains. Jeez.
Mountains?
Well, yeah. Well, Boyne's right over there.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not mountains. Boyne, Nubs Knob, you're right. Little ski action if you want to come in about 4 or 5 months.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
But hey, hopefully we'll see last night we didn't see him, but obviously Sunday night, just unbelievable Northern Lights. You saw
Northern Lights,
pictures.
the Aurora Borealis.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
We'll see if that continues, but anyways. We'll send you a report from northern the state up north.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you won't be on. Is there any other game you wanted to highlight since you won't be around?
No. I think we talked a little bit about that crazy start time. I think it'll be interesting to see Michigan at Nebraska. If Nebraska, are they ever going to turn that thing around there? But we'll see.
I would be more concerned and I don't really need Luke to turn it around in a few weeks, but the Wisconsin people, I think, are more concerned about Luke than Nebraska about Matt Rule at this point.
Oh, I agree. I just, I'm hoping Nebraska starts to come around, and I want to see him give that team a game.
With Biff Poggi is the
Michigan's only favored by 2.5 because it's
now did Sharon stay out of the supposed deal was that for the 2 weeks he was suspended, he has to stay out of can't go to practice, he can't be in the building. But last week, I guess because the suspension hadn't started till the game, he coached all the way up until Saturday. So now it must be this week and next week he's not even allowed to be in the building.
Yeah, I don't remember, honestly. I think really the other game that and then I'll shut up and we'll close this out. But Illinois and Indiana, that should be an interesting Big Ten game Saturday night. So
something Bloomington? Yeah,
it is.
Might be one of, if not the biggest game they ever had in Bloomington.
Yeah,
I mean,
both
prime time, undefeated.
Yeah.
Both ranked, aren't they? Both ranked?
Yeah, they are.
So enough said.
But hey, talk about that one later in the week. Anyways, that's about here from checking in from the Northern Post.
The Northern Post. North of Little Traverse Bay.
Yep.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you came in late, or if you just want to watch this again, which I would highly recommend, that you can see it on YouTube. You can see it on Facebook. And I'll probably be around tomorrow for Way Back Wednesday. We'll figure something out for Way Back Wednesday. And but recorded. Not live. I won't make you watch live stuff every day. Okay. Although I'm getting the hang of this. It's getting a little better. I was a little concerned before. I clicked on something and it went away. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? And then it popped up, connect manually. So I'm still working on it. That's why, folks, another thing, that's why I have a 1-minute lead in. It gives me time to try and fix any screw ups before we go live. So anyway, without further ado, with my Folds of Honor shirt, America, land of the free because of the brave. Stay focused, America. Billy Bob, peace out. See you, Foxy.
See ya.